there, how you guys doing?
Great.
Awesome.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah, no, it's always good to get to see you today. We only have 2 topics today, so we're going to hit 2 of them, but we will be on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
How about that?
Not so bad.
And we're going to take roll calls. So if you are present this morning, please chat your name in. We're so happy you're joining us. We try to give you valuable information every day. Every morning we get up for you. So please chat your name in and let us know you're there, and it'll make us feel good. Just flatter us.
Very good. Topic number 1 for today is going to be about Bitcoin and Bitcoin farms coming to the Metroplex. Question mark.
Farming. I like
Bitcoin. Yes. And how to search TNT past episodes is going to be topic number 2.
Great.
So if you're wondering to yourself, like, hey, I remember they had some pretty good topics in there and I wanted to take a look at them. How can I do that? We'll let you know.
Yeah, great. All
Okay.
right.
And then we have a word of the day.
Ooh.
So we'll cover that word of the day at the end.
Okay.
Fair market value. Today's real
What
estate
is
word of
that?
the day. I know, especially
It's
during
challenging.
today, right?
A challenging word.
It certainly is. Shauna, you have the bell.
I have the bell, and we're ready to go now.
Bitcoin farms, are they coming to the Metroplex? Question mark. Are they coming more to America? Definitely. We're going to discuss that and more, and discuss how that has anything to do with real estate. So what we'll do is we'll give a quick rundown of kind of what we're going to talk about with Shana Acquisto. She's a luxury real estate broker. She has things that she does every single day related to real estate, continuing to get better just for you out there. And I try to bring new and unique topics for you so that you can have something to kind of think about and see where it could be headed.
You do a great job.
All right. So what we have is an article for you. We're going to go ahead and split the screen and share that off. And we're going to talk about how the U.S. is becoming a new Bitcoin mining hub. Okay. So CNBC brought us this article, and we're going to discuss how China and their crackdown on what they're doing opens the door for this, and how 500,000 rigs need to go somewhere, and they need to figure out where those need to go. So they have all these mining rigs and they need to go somewhere. So let's go ahead and take a look here. CNBC is like, hey, all these rigs are going somewhere. There's going to be a ton of Bitcoin mining going on, and China cracked down on it. So China's not allowing that anymore, and they're going somewhere, and this is going to happen.
Wow.
Yeah.
I personally find Bitcoin farming a little confusing.
Ah, okay.
So,
well, let's go ahead and come on back and just have a quick discussion on what it is first. And maybe we'll break that down
I
simply.
think that would be great.
All right, so what Bitcoin is Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency. It's an alternate currency similar to the US dollar. It is used to buy and sell things, okay? And it has to be mined, similar to gold. So there has to be effort and energy put in so that you can mine it and extract it and harvest it, so to speak.
Right.
Okay? So to do that, in today's world, what gets used is energy and money. Okay? So the money is converted into computers so that they use the processing power of the computer to mine, to handle these transactions, these codes, and to process it. And it gets continually harder all the time. So they need more and more and more. So essentially it becomes very energy intensive and capital intensive. And the money is converted to computers, and then the computers use the power. Okay? And then we create currency.
It's hard. It's really hard to understand.
Okay. And, you know, for the most part, my personal belief is it's used by criminal organizations to launder money and move it all across the world. And to move money from places where it shouldn't be to others. So that's the big reason why China's cracking down on it. Because the Chinese people that want to get money out of their country are taking cash, converting it to computers, which they can buy legally, then converting the computers and energy into cryptocurrency. Then the cryptocurrency is now not taxed, and it can go anywhere around the world nearly instantaneously. So that's the type of thing that drug dealers like, that people in countries where they want to get the money out of it easily want to be doing.
So why would we want it here?
Well, so the reason that
Cryptocurrency.
why do we want it here? Well, I'm not positive we do want it. Okay, so that's the first thing.
Okay.
But it is coming, and it's one of those things that you kind of can't stop. So the places where it has to be is where power is affordable, because that's number one input, and where it's probably colder. Okay, so some really good cryptocurrency places are like Iceland, for example. Okay. So what Iceland has is it has cold weather, and it has geothermal electricity that's very affordable.
Yeah.
So when you use both of those, then you have a competitive advantage to be able to do that. And if it's coming to the Metroplex, I'm not positive, right? But anytime that you want to move money or convert money or do something and take advantage of extra space that somebody has, right? Or you have computers that are unused, or you have extra power that you're able to generate, then this becomes an option. Okay? So maybe if you have something going on, or you have a subsidy, or you have too much solar power, or you have a way that you can get rid of heat very easily if it's cold outside, then you can go ahead and do that. So is it coming to the Metroplex? I'm not positive if it's coming here, but it is something that more of it will be coming. Not all of it's going to come here, right? But when it does come, what it does do is it affects how much power is being used, and often puts a real tax on the municipal power places. So if people start bringing it here, it would probably cripple our grid, which is already in trouble here in Texas. So we might want to keep that one away, but it's going to land somewhere. And so kind of be on the lookout for it and kind of know what the inputs are. So if you have a client that's interested in it, then the inputs are power, and then obviously computer resources, so that they can be able to get them. Okay, so we'll go back to the article and kind of go over this here. And miners all around the world are moving these computers. And for the last 18 months, there's been a serious growth in the mining infrastructure here in the U.S. And so it's been up considerably.
We actually know some people that do it, right? Yeah.
Okay. And there's been a mass mining exodus out of China, and the world's the biggest ones are dropping offline, and then they're moving to other places. So they will be moving. And this is something that you can legally do here in the United States. So that is an option. And the new places are somewhere in the United States where it's going to become legal. So they'll have to figure out how they're going to tax it and if they're going to tax it. There's a lot of questions around this. Whenever you start doing these types of things, you become worried about new regulations, about changing things dramatically, and how it all kind of works. So just something to be a little
aware.
Yeah, because with that much movement going on with any type of instability. So if you have maybe a new lake that's opening, and you're going to have power from hydro, or you have something where it's extremely affordable and the power prices are too cheap because of deregulation or the opportunity to choose, then that does become quite a thing. And this is big business.
Yeah.
So it's definitely big business. It doesn't have a lot of employees, but they do generate a lot of income, and they do mine quite a bit. So if there's illicit money that has to go back south of the border for drugs or anything like that, and this is kind of like a great way to go ahead and do that.
I mean, I see with all the issues that we're having with power and with that, how close we are to the border, that we could see this.
Yeah, we definitely could. All right, so there's that topic. Not totally 100% real estate related, but just kind of keeping you up to date on current events and tying it back into real estate and the power grid and other potential problems that it could be.
Well, if you have someone that says, hey, I want to buy this home, I'm going to use cryptocurrency, we need to talk.
Yeah, you've had people.
Yep, we sure have.
All right. And we'll see if the title companies take it and if it's currency and what that actually means. But transactions do get done. Transactions do get done using cryptocurrency for sure.
For sure. All right.
Bell me. Have you ever wondered to yourself, I remember there was a good episode on TNT and Mike and Shana covered something, and I might want to get some information and access to that again. Right?
And maybe you don't know it was episode 425 or 518. So
I don't know why you would know that. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you exactly how to find that, how to search it, what you can do with it, and how you can pull it up. So we'll have that. That is Shana Acquisto. She's a luxury real estate broker, and I'm her sidekick on most days here. And we'll go ahead and show you how to find this stuff. So let's split the screen here and pull it up. So we pull up AcquistoRealEstate.com, and the page that I am directed to directly is AcquistoRealEstate.com/TNT videos. So I'm going to take the mouse here and move it around just a little bit, if I may, and show you up the top here. That's where we are. So how I navigated there is just went right to the website and then went under Acquisto TV and then TNT for this and that. And when we pull that up, what we're going to see is a bunch of different featured playlists that you could watch. There's a lot of them under this and that.
Yes.
So that's where the episodes go directly. However, as we scroll up to the top, there is a search bar. So with that search bar, we can just simply type in something that we wanted to find. So maybe a topic that we wanted to find is Starlink Internet.
And behind the scenes, I will say a lot of effort goes into being able to put this out there for you guys. So when you do search, it comes back with a result. So
yeah, so what we have is when we type this in here on Starlink, I'm going to see if I can retype that for us and look for it. What happens is it pulls up all of these different results right off the bat. So you're going to see the pictures, you're going to see all the stuff, you're going to see where we have used that word at any time and where we have tagged it. So Starlink is internet, and it's one of those things that I've talked about. So you might see that I did talk about it with Chase Brooks. So if you remember that episode and you're like, yeah, that's the one where we talked about it. Exactly. So you would click directly on that episode, and then you would be brought over here. So now this is where we talked about rural land and real estate. And one of the nice things is you can go through, and if you quickly want to skim the whole article, then all of the text is right here. So this is everything that we said on that episode, if that's important to you. If there's any links that we shared, then those links will also be there. Chase and I talked quite at length about this in general. But if you wanted to see any past episodes with Chase, if you wanted to see any other things, they would be here as well, right? If we put a link up, we're going to obviously have that. And these are different times that I happen to have spoke about that same general concept. So Starlink Internet, this is where we could see it probably for the first time that we talked about it. And anytime you want in here, you could Control F for any one of those items. So this is where I mentioned Elon and Musk. So you just simply do Control F, and then you'd simply be able to find whatever that was. So if within the episode, there's something in particular that you want to search and find, then you can do that. Obviously, you can play the complete episode here by hitting this button, and you'll be able to watch the whole episode. It'll show you how long it is and when it was. You can listen, watch, whatever. But some people find it easier to be able to read right through the episode and see what it is. These are the tags that are also on there. So if there's something else related to it, then you'll be able to find it as well.
Great.
Okay. So that's an example of how you can find any one of these things. We'll come on back and
that's not even
just go to
just a
myself.
TNT topic. That is anything that you might have a question on, right, regarding real estate. Most likely we have a video or something, explaining how to. So.
Yeah. So if it's anything related to buyers, to sellers, to multiple offers, to negotiation tactics, to support family, to pick whatever those things happen to be, we will have all those different topics all highlighted there, all searchable, all sortable. We take quite a bit of time to go through and document everything, to post the video, to put the transcript. So the transcript, some people learn differently, and some people like to read.
Sure.
Some people like to control F and get to the exact spot. Some
Listen.
people like to listen. Some people want to watch.
Yeah.
So we have all those different methods for you. Those are going to be posted about 48 hours after we're completed with it.
I can't tell you how many times I've used it myself. Like, oh, we talked about this, and I go back and search and, try to do that without
Yeah,
having
it
to
should
always ask you.
it should kind of be your first place you go ahead
Check,
and look.
yeah.
If you have what I describe as a level 1 question, that's a great place to be able to get the resource and be able to find it.
Yeah, and then if you need to, further expand on it, and you didn't get all, you still had some questions on it, no problem. We're here for you.
Yep. But please, if you kindly could, take a look there, and you should be able to find everything that you need. If it's not there, we want to cover it again.
Sure.
So we'll cover it. Just send me an email, and we'll get it on TNT the next morning. So you'll have all the information before your day starts.
That's Mike at AcquistoRealEstate.com.
Yeah, the whole idea of TNT is that we have this daily learning that goes on. So if you have a question and we don't have the answer and it can wait just a little bit, then most likely somebody else has that same question, right? So what we want you to do is send us a note, we'll cover it, and you'll have the answer before the day even starts, right? So that's why we do it at 8:45, so that before 9 o'clock hits, you should have your answer, and it should be completed, and then it's documented for the future, and everyone gets the same answer as well.
Yeah.
So that's the purpose
Awesome.
there. Thanks
Thanks for doing that.
Hey, no problem. Today's real estate word of the day is fair market value.
Oh,
Shana is going to go ahead and define it. We're going to use it in a sentence, and we're going to quickly discuss it.
All right, fair market value, the highest price that a buyer willing but not compelled to buy would pay, and the lowest a seller willing but not compelled to sell would accept.
Okay. So fair market value is the actual price in which something transacts, right? That's most likely the case. So it's not like you're under duress, but you're just going ahead and you're doing a transaction, and it's what people are willing to pay.
Yeah, kind of goes back to real estate 101, right?
Yeah.
That's what.
There you go.
Yeah.
Fair market value, defined, used in a sentence, discussed briefly. Bell. Well, that's a wrap for us today. We discussed 2 different items. We discussed Starlink. No, we didn't discuss that. What did we discuss?
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
Farming.
Farming, and then how to use TNT and how to find the answers to each one of your different questions. And we defined fair market value.
It's like the Acquisto Real Estate, not dictionary, but yeah.
It's kind of like the word of the day, you mean?
No, TNT, like topics. It's like a...
It's a wiki.
Yeah, wiki.
Yep. So we have an old version of the wiki. Maybe I'll go over that in another episode and explain exactly how to search our whole Acquisto wiki. The new website only has the ones that we've covered in the last, 6-8 months, something like that. Yeah. But before that, we have tons of past episodes that are also on our wiki and fully documented there.
So kind of like an encyclopedia. That's what I was trying to think of.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. And then our word of the day, fair market value. All right. See you
Shana,
tomorrow.
well done. That's a wrap. Okay, ready?
It's your time. First topic was Bitcoin farms coming to the Metroplex.
Bitcoin.
We need like gloves for farming. I don't have any.
You could pull out cash.
Cash or coins?
Got it. We got.
And how to search past TNT episodes. Now.
Got it. Thank you.
Real estate word of day, fair market value.
Okay. Nothing special for that one, is there?
Fair. Let's do a deal.
Now. Now.
Got it. All right, that's good. That was good. I got to get some music on it. Here was the